Hello, senior consultants. Happy Monday. I am excited to be with you for week 7. Are y'all tired of me yet? I'm not tired of you. I have loved connecting with you every week. The energy that I feel in this half hour, and then I go back and I watch the comments from those of you that are watching the recording, and just to see your excitement, it just makes my week. So actually, this just like is a perfect way to kick off the week. So I want to say good morning, and good morning, Pam. I'm so glad to see that you're still my partner in crime with this group as we cheer them on in their goals to continue to grow their team. So good morning, Amanda from Kansas. Good to see you. And Corey from Minnesota. Good morning. All right. Hello, Christina. Good to see you guys. Hi, Heather. All right. No, I do follow you through the week. Definitely following your success and all that you're doing. We're in inning 3, as Pam posted about this morning. So I really hope that you guys are working your way around the bases. Feel free, as I'm doing some celebrating and intros this morning, to post what base you're on so far. A base meaning that I have submitted 1 party, 2 parties, 3 parties. What base are you on? Is there anybody that has already had a home run, meaning you've submitted 4 parties for April? So if anybody wants to share what base they're on, would love that, to be able for you guys to see that. Heather says she's close to signing a new team member. How exciting is that? As always, we start with celebrating those of you that have sponsored since the last call. Now, we only know this. Pam and I track this, and Pam looks for this every Monday morning, but we only know that you've sponsored if you post a graphic. You can post the walk the stage graphic that says I sponsored, or you can post the I signed a rookie. But you have to let us know. So the 4 that let us know this past week is Diane Furlong, Melissa Saba, Rose Algerio, and Lauren Eversole. Congratulations to you ladies for signing. And if anybody else did and you just didn't get your graphic posted, congratulations to you too. Today's focus is all about strong starting those new consultants. So I definitely want you guys to pay close attention today, because it's one thing to sign them, and it's one thing to strong start them and help them reach their goals. All right, so we've covered a lot in the first, these 7 weeks. We've talked about, we kicked it off by why even be a director, why even be a leader, and we defined that for you and helped you define your why behind that. We talked about bookings and adding parties to your calendar, that the party is absolutely the foundation of success in your business, and that you have to be booking and recruiting at the party to stay in business. We walked through the income brochure. We talked about getting your leads off of the fence. I had a time of Q&A with you. We talked about the 5 habits of a remarkable recruiter. I am giving you like a crash course, like drinking through a fire hose of training in these weeks. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I want you to know these are resources, videos you can go back to and watch. So keep that in mind, and you can go back, and I just want these to be ongoing resources. But I can honestly say that I'm giving you everything that you need to have a strong business when you promote to director, all the way through this new consultant strong start. So really, really dedicated to supporting you through this time. All right, so let's see here. We're just going to go ahead and kick it off. Got 31 minutes of amazingness and lots of information. I hope you have you're something ready to take notes. If you have that handout that I attached on this page, that's great. No matter what you're taking notes on, remember to send them to your upline. This is the way she knows that you're connected here, live or recording, and she knows what your takeaways are. Believe it or not, she could be reading your notes and learning something herself, especially today, because this training is like new. Like when I was writing the content for this, I was writing it for you. It is not something that I have delivered before, and I'm going to continue to work on it, and I'm going to continue to develop more training like this. But you actually could probably teach your upline a thing or two after your training today. So be sure to send your notes to her and say, hey, let's chat about this. Okay, does that sound good? All right. So when we as a company put a lot of emphasis on getting PICAs, and it's because we put a lot of rewards with it. We put wishes rewards, we put the opportunity to earn incentives, trips, things like that when your new consultant submits 1,000 in sales and you get a PICA. So PICA, as you know, personally enrolled, qualified, and active consultant. So you're going to always hear me when I am talking about new consultants. You're not going to really hear me talk about reaching qualification or helping her become qualified. That is your goal. We need to find out what her goal is and allow her as the new consultant to define what success is for her. What I can 100% guarantee you is that her goal, and when we really tap into what she needs or what she wants or what she thinks would be awesome, it's always past 1,000 in sales. It's always beyond that. It's always earning more than $250. So we've got to really work on mindset. So that's the first thing I want to speak to is your mindset around strong starting. Are you marketing the business? And so your first main point in your notes is mindset. Okay, there's two things under mindset I want you to write down. First is, are you marketing the business to those that want to sell? Or are you marketing the business as a great deal? So if the word deal comes out of your mouth during the party, then don't be shocked when you have a low qualification rate. You know, you're getting exactly what you're asking for. So when you are talking about the business opportunity and all you talk about is the fact that there's income opportunity, there's free product opportunity, there's Visa gift card opportunity, and there's a lot of fun in relationships, then chances of her signing and doing something are a lot greater. So think that's the first thing is your mindset around the fact that I'm looking for team members that actually are doing something, and that's how I'm marketing it. So that's what I'm attracting. The second piece of the mindset is it's not about you. You've got to take yourself out of the equation when you're thinking about sponsoring and what's in it for you. And you've got to completely focus on the guests at your party, online or face-to-face. If they're purchasing from you, what do they need? What can I do? How can I serve them? Would they like to have a party and get our products for free because that they need to save money? Or, you know, could they use this income opportunity as a chance to meet more friends? Or do they need extra income? What is it their need? You almost look at it like it's a mystery and you want to find out, okay? One of my favorite quotes, and I have it here in my office, is it's a rare person who can take care of hearts while taking care of business. So know that that is possible, and let that be something that you strive for, is that you can still be business minded and think about what my business goals are, but while taking care of the hearts of the women that God puts in front of you at your parties. And a good way to put yourself in check with that, this is free, it's not even in my notes. Sometimes I just follow this prompting that I get. But I will tell you one thing that will really help you with this is praying. So when you pray before your parties and you ask God to show you who it is that may need your friendship, you may need to be in their life, they might need the business, to make that clear to you. Well, you're not going to know until you offer the business, right? You're not going to know. Unfortunately, God doesn't write these things, his answers in the sky. We have to do our part, but he does prepare hearts. And that's what I used to do. I used to pray for my team members that were at my parties and say, God, I don't know who she is, but you do. So if I do my part and I offer it, then please prepare her heart to be ready to receive it. So that's bonus. I'm not going to charge all for that today. So take yourself out of it and be thinking, what is it that how can I help somebody? All right, so then the second main point that I want to bring out right now is system. So there's mindset in your new consultant strong start, and then there's a system that you want to have in place. Now, everybody handles systems differently. You could be a binder person, you could be a folder person, and you have a folder for every person that you would come out onto your team, or like a tab in a binder, or you may be an electronic girl. You're like, ugh, I don't like paper. I want everything on my computer. Well, we have TOT tools set up to where you can be electronic as well. So the suggestions I'm going to give you will work for all of those, but just keep in mind, I am going to recommend that you have one. If you're planning to promote to a leader and want to continue to grow, you're going to be able to manage it much more wisely and feel in control of the process and embrace the success if you have a system in place. If you don't have a system and you're kind of floundering on, okay, now what was her why, and where is she at? Like, has she done party 2 yet or party 3? Then it's going to feel overwhelming, and you're not going to really embrace personally recruiting or teaching your team to recruit, because you're going to be like, I don't even know what to do with these people. Okay, so really having a system is important. In your system, so whether it's in your binder, folder, or electronic folder, you need to have an income brochure for every new consultant. We already walked through this, and I already told you you want to invest in these if you're going to be building a team, because remember, you filled it out. You filled out her why, any obstacles, and her payday. So these need to be personalized to your new consultant, because you're going to be taking notes in this. So you would just put her name on the outside of it. So this would be in her folder. And something you have for her. A new consultant contact sheet. Did y'all know that this is on TOT for you? So I might be introducing you today to tools that are going to make your job easier, and you didn't even know we had it. And if you're already using it, please give me a shout out, because I kind of want to know, who's already doing what, or who had an aha. Okay, and all of this, just search in TOT, new consultant contact sheet. And when you pull it up, you're going to see so basic. And you don't even have to see this right this second, okay? This side is all about her. And this side is going to hold you accountable to the relationship part. And it's because if you can't fill this in, then that means you don't know her, okay? It'll give you the good questions to ask. You're going to know her favorite candy bar. And I mean, does somebody know your favorite candy bar? Somebody should know your favorite candy bar. That's a true friend right there. That's somebody that cares about you, that knows. Does somebody know your favorite restaurant? You're going to know her favorite restaurant. And these just give you questions to ask so that she knows she's getting to know me as a person. Now, does this contribute to her success? It absolutely does. Absolutely does. Does she work another job? Where at? Is she married? What's her spouse's name? So again, don't go through this list like it's an interview, but it is going to help you generate conversation, whether it's through a text or in your literal strong start conversation. So this is tool number 1, new consultant contact sheet, and I'm not even done talking about the other half yet. New consultant quick start worksheet. Contact sheet is for you. Quick start worksheet is for her. Now you're going to have both, okay? And so again, she just has one. We got to keep this simple. She's got one place she's filling in that tracks her success as a new consultant. And you have one thing that tracks her success as a new consultant. Do not want you to get overwhelmed with this. But you do want a copy of her quick start worksheet so that as she's telling you what's happening, you have a place to record it and go back and reference it. When you're having conversations, she's going to think you're genius. She's going to think that you're amazing because you remembered everything and all you did was make good notes. Okay. And then two things that you don't necessarily have to have for every consultant, but there are going to be resources that you reference for her, and she already has them, is the Who Do You Know list. This is in her quick start guide. So when she gets her kit, she has her quick start guide, and this Who Do You Know list is there for her to complete. So when you reference it, she's already got it. She doesn't even have to print it off TOT, okay? And starting the conversation, that's also under the new consultant tab, and you can send this to her electronically so that you don't even have to send her to TOT. Until we get the new TOT, I am perfectly fine if you just send her what she needs. We don't want her to get overwhelmed. So this way she knows who she's going to contact to get her business started and starting parties, and what she's going to say. That's her focus, and getting those starting parties. Okay, so do y'all understand the tools that you have? Okay, your toolbox. 3 in your toolbox, income brochure, these 3 right here. And then she has the quick start worksheet, Who Do You Know, and starting the conversation. Is everybody with me, or y'all just furiously writing, I'm assuming? Okay. New consultant sheets, very helpful. Where do we find these on TOT? Everything I just mentioned, if you were writing in your notes the names of them, you can put in the search engine and it comes right up. But there is a new consultant tab. So you can just go to the new consultant tab and find everything there. And remember, if this is feeling new to you and you haven't done this, the first time you do anything, it takes just a little bit longer because we're doing it for the first time. But remember, you're not beyond that. When you're doing it over and over again, it's going to be like riding a bike. You're going to be like, bring the new consultants on. I know exactly what I'm supposed to fill out. I know exactly what I need to know from her, and I'm going to know exactly how to guide her. All right, so I'm definitely keeping up. Okay, taking notes. Y'all are saying taking notes. Good, 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 good. Y'all are about to teach your upline something. I'm excited about that. If y'all could train your uplines for me, that would be awesome. I'm just kidding. That's my job. All right. So I told you all the tools. So I'm just going to quickly go through what does the process look like to guide her through these things. Okay, so we're going to start at the income brochure, because let's pick up where we left off with the third eye, which was the interview. And on page 5 of the income brochure, remember we walked through the 3-question interview, and the final question was, when do you want to get paid, right? Then she gives us a payday. And if you guys have not watched that income brochure video, go back, because you can go under videos on this page and watch that. So then the third one is, when do you want to get paid? When she selects her payday, that's her yes. So if I was interviewing someone today, I would, where are we in the month? Okay, I would say, okay, you want to get paid on May the 10th. That's great. You have time to get in sales this month. By the end of this month, whatever you've submitted, you're going to get paid for on May the 10th. And that's when you immediately segue into the strong start conversation. You don't need to tell your new consultant, we are now going into the strong start conversation. It's just how you're compartmentalizing in your mind that, oh, it's now time to strong start her. So what was a 10 to 15 minute conversation? Remember, if it's longer than that, you said too much. Those 3 questions is all we need. She's given us a payday she wants. Now we get to transition to that. At this point, she doesn't have a quick start worksheet, so you're not going to reference the quick start worksheet, but you're going to get data that she's going to eventually put on here, and it's going to all make sense. So at that point, we just want to know, how much does she want to make, right? What some of you are doing right now is you're goal setting her right at this time. You're goal setting her, and you're saying, you know what, all you have to do is 2 parties, you qualify, and you make $250. Never again. Stop it. Stop it. You're selling her short of what she could do. So instead, the best question, write it down, is when every party has average sales, you will make $150. How many of those would you like to make? Or how many would you like to do? If every party represents $150 in commission, how many would you like to do? All right, so she's going to do the quick math and go, okay, I think I could do like 3 parties, so that would be, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that would be 450 in, is that right? 450 in commission for you. Does that sound about right, that what you would like to make May the 10th, $450 in 3 parties, and that's 3 average parties, and we'll talk about, you know, what that is and how many orders you need. And she's like, okay, great. Yep, I've got that. Now, see, when she gets her worksheet, there's already a place right here that says enrollment month. Fill in what you want to make, enrollment month, and what her commission is. 3 parties, 450 in sales. Okay, or 450 in commission. Okay, so by her having right here how much she's going to sell, she's immediately got on this, I got to get this camera right. She's immediately got her wishes chart right here. So you're able to already say, look, this is what you've earned in wishes and in cash. So it's all on one page for her to see her earnings. But she decided how much she wanted to make. And then you're able to decide the plan. Now that is where you've got this right here, because her contact sheet will help guide you on this side. You've got a place to fill in her quick start period months, because remember, when you're adding 2, 3, 4, 5, and more to your team as your business is growing, you're not going to remember who started when. So this is going to guide you. Oh yeah, her first month was March. So March, April, May, June. So I fill that in, and I kind of have that visual. And then we have got a chart that allows you to put down the dates of her parties. Okay, so you're able to track that. And then even did she share the business opportunity? Okay, and we're not going to talk as much about that on this one. As a matter of fact, I can already tell that I'm going to have a part B to this, looking at my time, a part B next Monday. How's that for a teaser? You're going to be back, aren't you? You're going to be back? Are y'all learning a lot? Are y'all writing furiously? You can stop writing for a minute and say, yes, taking notes. This is helping. I'm overwhelmed, or no, I'm more confident. I need to get your feelings right now. Doing a quick check-in. I'll be here loving this. Okay, that's good to know. Seeing the hearts. I'll be back. That's good. Glad y'all aren't going anywhere. Okay, good, good. I'll be back. Notes over here. Good, good. Loving the training. Good. Taking notes, so helpful. Oh, good. Okay, that's great. Happy in my heart. So let's look at today as just that broad overview. Here's the tools available, ideas on how to organize them, and then you know what we'll do next week? It's gonna help. You're gonna love it. We're gonna role play. Okay, I'm gonna do kind of some role play. I have to talk to myself, but you'll get it. But we'll just kind of do, okay, good, more comments, wouldn't miss it, absolutely. Would be great to see this acted out. Oh, you just read my mind. Unless I can think of a way to have somebody else, if Pam, and if I find out a way that I can get Pam on this with me, we might do role play together. But basically, I'm going to be giving you words to say next week in terms of what that conversation is going to sound like to really help guide her through it. But I want you to see the tools you have available, because you have new consultants now that maybe you haven't filled this out for, and you can kind of catch up on the team that you currently have and fill this out and email her the quick start worksheet for her to fill out, like where she's at so far. And then by next week, you'll feel all caught up with your current team. And then I'm going to help you be more confident with moving forward, who you're going to sign moving forward. All right. So the checklist on here, that's going to love it. Who loves a checklist? Do you guys know that you release endorphins when you, I think you release, there's something you release. There's something in your brain that you release. Do we have any like brain people on the call that could tell me? I just learned this in a Bible study that I just did, but our brains release something when we check something off, and it like gives us a bump in a thinking like, oh, I got to do more, or I want to do more because I just accomplished that. So I'm a huge advocate of checklists. So you've got a checklist here. That was free too. And it says, fill out who do you know worksheet. That would probably be good first thing to guide her through who's she going to be talking to. And then I put out here, because it's not on this sheet and I may modify it now that I'm looking closer at it, what to say. She needs to know the who and the what. Put that in your notes. Who she's going to have parties with and what is she going to say to get them. If in your strong start conversation, if that can be covered, that's going to be critical, so that when she finishes that dialogue with you, she feels equipped to go get those parties. She can't just say she wants to have 3 parties and earn $450. We have to equip her and make sure she knows what to say. Okay, then that's her first check mark. Okay, great. Went through those 2 checklists. Start booking parties. So next week, I'm going to give you an idea on how to kind of incentivize her without, you don't even have to give anything to her, but for her to feel challenged and like it's fun that she's going out and collecting no's. Okay. And then get to know her enrollment kit. Okay, this is a check mark for you, but you want to basically it's saying, did you tell her about the fact that we have a way for her to get to know her enrollment kit that Amy Neal just recorded on and put on TOT? This is brand new for your new consultants who've never had it before. I'm going to do it every season. When a new enrollment kit comes out, I walk through every product in the catalog, not in the catalog, in her kit, and I give her tips on how to increase sales, bookings, and even get recruits from those products. So she needs to watch it. It's 10 minutes. So that's a fun little challenge. Hey, in the next 24 hours, could you watch that video? It'll help you get to know your products. So get to know her enrollment kit. You check that off? Did I have her watch that video, or did she watch the video? Review the resources available on 31 Today. I think if you have guided her to these, then you can check that off. Make sure when she's ready that she knows that there's other resources, okay? Now, I don't think day one she needs to go crazy. Let's keep her focused on getting her starting parties booked, and then after she's got her starting parties booked, then let's go out and learn more on TOT about the party and all of that, okay? And then complete new consultant webinar. So Kathy Smith is our sales leadership team member, and many of you know Kathy, I know that. She loves the new consultant. Oh, by the way, some of y'all are telling me endorphins, oxytocin, dopamine. See, I've heard all of these. It's like chocolate releases endorphins. See, which is it? Is it dopamine, oxytocin, or... Okay, that's my to-do. Find out what checking off of a list releases in your brain. Okay, see, I have my to-dos because I need to know this for future trainings. It's going to come in handy, all right? All right, we're wrapping up here. New consultant webinar with Kathy Smith, first Tuesday of every month. And so today can go on to at 1 o'clock. I think it's 1 o'clock, but yeah, it's on TOT. And she just needs to, there is a section just for them, new consultants. And they do need to register for that currently. I'm actually going to work with Kathy on how we can simplify that process. But as of right now, we are first Tuesday of every month, they can be live with Kathy and they can register for that. Or there's a recording of the new consultant webinar on TOT, and just put in the search new consultant webinar and they can watch a recording. That is going to be very helpful information, and we want them on Facebook as well. There is a place on here that says, oh yeah, added to the team Facebook group. Okay, so this right here is she on your team Facebook group and the company Facebook group, because Kathy is connected with them and makes them feel that they're a part of community, and that is a big reason why they stay. Okay, so I've got Corey saying yes, dopamine. So you ladies know. Warm fuzzies is the scientific term. That's good, Alicia. You are right. Let me check that list off. So let me close with this thought, okay? About 1 minute. When the consultant qualifies, and that's our internal term, okay? When she reaches 1,000 in sales, that is typically the point where she's choosing, am I going to be, I have to think backwards, consistent seller, a casual seller, or am I going? So a third, a third, a third. A third of your team is consistent, a third of your team is casual, and a third is going. That's if it's healthy. Your team should be divided into like this. So she's going to decide pretty much at this point, hey, am I having fun? Hey, am I feeling supported? Hey, am I making money? Those are the questions she's asking. That decides if she decides, I want to do this again and I'm going to be consistent. Or, you know what, it was okay. I'm going to stay with this 31 thing and I'll sell every now and then. Or does she fall off the face of the earth? All right, so our goal is that we are moving as many as possible to that consistent category, and how can you influence that? So join next week, more to come. I'm excited about building this out even more. So yay, if you have questions or comments following this, please tag me in this thread or Pam. Tag either of us just to get maybe any follow-up question to what we talked about today. Okay, if it's about anything else, chances are it's coming next week. So tag us if you need clarity on something that I said today, and I'm happy to help in any way that I can. All right, I'm loving your energy. I'm loving your excitement. If you're watching the recording, I'm so proud of you for going back and doing that follow-up, and I want you to be commenting through, all right? All right, you guys are welcome. Next Monday, this same time, I will see you here. All right, bye everybody.